Hey everybody. Um, so this is an issue I would like to talk about at least. I know it gets on a couple of people's nerves. I know it majorly gets on my nerves, like a whole lot. And I would just like to say something about it. For one, I'm gonna start off with I think every single girl in America. I don't care how thin you are. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how many people say that you're ugly or fat or whatever. I think you are absolutely gorgeous. God made you and put you on this earth to look like that. And if God wants you to look like that, then look like that and accept it and be proud of who you are. Um. So I just wanted to say that. And next, uh sorry, I'm zoning out. Next I'd like to say that girls who put pictures on Facebook and put the caption as um blah I'm ugly or this is ugly or I look fat or something like that. If you are unhappy with your figure, something like that, then all I have to say is do something about it. Um for one, um Um, I know that I was very, 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 very unhappy with my figure. Just a year ago, I'm 14 in this 2012. Just a year ago, I started wearing a bikini, but there was like 2 weeks left of summer, really, and I was like, I just out of nowhere, I got confidence, and I told my mom, I want a bikini. I want to wear a bikini. Because all my life I'd either wore a even when I was a little kid, even though I had a body and a little kid, I always wore a one piece or a tankini, and the tankini didn't show anything but like my back and my arms, and that was it. And then I just went up to my mom and I was like, "Can I get a bikini?" And she was like, "Sure." And then also at that point, I never in school when it was hot, if it was really really hot, like legit really hot, I would wear capris, and that was it. And the capris would like come up like not after my knee. It was yeah. I was really I was so self conscious. It was so hard, and I like didn't believe in myself or anything. And then yeah, so I got my confidence back about the beginning of this year, but then after something that had happened, I was in a really bad relationship, a verbal abusive relationship, even though it was kind of long distance, whatever you want to say. When we broke up, it was really hard for me. I mean, he called me names and he told me over and over again before he even said any of those things that I was beautiful and all that. But uh, I'd lost all my self confidence and it was really hard for me. I got like I got really depressed, and so at the first of my depression stage, I just ate a whole lot. And this was like almost the beginning of the 8th grade, and now it's almost like we have 15 days left of school of 8th grade. And I got really depressed, and then my first of depression, I just ate everything, everything. So from what I had originally weighed, I had weighed like 140 for a 13-year-old in 8th grade. That was before I turned 14. Um, I weighed that, and pretty sure I went to the doctor after the fact that I started eating everything, and I hadn't weighed because first of all I knew I was gaining weight, and I had weighed 159, almost 160, and I was like, "Are you serious? What am I doing to myself?" And so yeah, and then so I got depressed about my weight, and when I got depressed about my weight, I stopped eating, and um my parents got really scared, um, because obviously they thought it was gonna lead into anorexia or bulimia and stuff like that, and that's like every like parent's nightmare pretty much, is for your child to do that to themselves. But I stopped eating, and whatever I and then so my friends started noticing whenever they would come over to my house, I would eat a substantial, like, an amount of food, pretty much normal, maybe a little bit over normal, but I would do that just because they were there. But then they started noticing that, and it was okay, and then whenever they would come over, I would eat, and then I would eat in lunch in front of them at school. But then when it got really bad, it's just I still, like, I wouldn't drop pounds, and it made me so sad that I couldn't drop pounds. I just felt like, oh my goodness, like, I was like, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, and I'm not dropping any pounds. I'm not getting skinnier. And so I think, yeah, I did the eating around them and stuff like that for about 2 weeks, and I still didn't drop any pounds. And so then after that, I was like, oh my gosh. So then I totally just, like, shut down. But, like, I wouldn't really tell anybody about it. Anybody that didn't know about it was my best friend Michaela. Um, and then after that, I just shut down, and I wouldn't eat at all. So I guess you can kind of say that. But I'm gonna say that I probably did have bulimia, because I would look into the mirror and I would just see this flat bob, this flat chested, big thigh, big humongous stomach, ugly face, blob of nothing. And I thought I was useless to the world. Um, you know? And I started not eating and not eating and not eating. And I did that for a long time, and I know, the things I would eat, the portions, like, let's say, the portions that I would eat, they were really, really, really small. Like, extremely small. Like, yeah, probably about that much. Like, I would eat, like, if it was something that I really liked, then maybe, like, that much. But, like, no much than that. And every single thing, like, the meat would be like that, the vegetables would be like that, the fruit would be like that. And, yeah. So I just kept on doing that, and I kept on doing that, and I kept on doing that. And I'm not saying you guys don't do this. Please don't. Please, please, please do not do what I did. Because I weigh like 115 now. And it's really hard for me to explain to people like how fast I drop pounds like that. And it's really kind of embarrassing to tell people that, no, I didn't work out, no, I didn't go out running, no, I didn't do this, I didn't eat. It's really hard to tell people that I did that to myself, that I didn't eat, and that I'm still kind of not eating because I'm still self-conscious about my weight. But it's really hard to actually tell people that, like, whenever people, I mean, I've had girls come up to be like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but, you were kind of big in the beginning of the 8th grade. How'd you get so skinny? Like, how'd you get so skinny? I mean, it was just in, like, less than a year. How'd you get so skinny, Emily? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it really is embarrassing. What am I gonna just say? Yeah, so for about 2, maybe 3.5 months, I didn't eat. I didn't eat crap. I didn't eat anything because I was self-conscious about myself, and so when I didn't eat anything, oh, and by the way, when I didn't eat anything, I went and jogged. I went, because where I live, there's this trail in the back of all of our houses, and it's for like 2.5 miles, and then back equals like 5 miles. Yeah. Um, And then whenever I was hungry, I would jog and stuff like that, and I would do that every single time that I came home from school, and I would do those 5 miles, and I would jog that. And it was really hard, just to do that. And then the things when I was hungry, I would show you right now. I have like a bag of Oreos, and it stays up in my room. And whenever I'm hungry, I'll tear off the icing and just eat this because I love chocolate. And yeah, but what I am saying is that girls that don't like their body figures, girls that are very self-conscious, please just don't do anything, and don't, I mean, do something, but don't do what I did. Just, that's all I wish for, is that you just don't do what I did. Please. It's so hard to like watch myself go through this and stuff like that thing. And I don't. My mom notices and stuff like that, but I don't think she notices. That's the worst thing about it, is that my mom does notice that I don't eat a lot at all. My mom does notice that, but I don't think my mom noticed that this is kind of like bulimia and what I'm going through. I don't really think she understands that. I am about to tell my mom when I'm ready, which will probably be today or tomorrow. But going through this, it's been really hard. And what I am telling you girls out there that don't like their body or their figure, is that when you're beautiful too. If you don't like it, then I encourage you to. I know it sounds so irrational because I'm a girl and I haven't done this or whatever, and I'm telling you to do it because it just seems stupid. But I'm telling you, eat fruit, eat veggies, and eat that, and then make sure you do portion control. Portion control is the best thing to do. Like, yeah, like if you don't feel like working out, if you don't do like anything like that, control will help. I'm not telling you to eat little super small sizings like I eat. I'm telling you to do the portion control that you want to do. And because I know if you're like me, before I did any of this, I hated working out. I hated walking, everything. I was so unfit. Like, it was really hard for me to even jog or walk. Or, not walk, but, you know. But I am telling you, like, if you don't like doing that, then majorly do that portion control, because portion control can help in so much ways. Like, I'm like so serious. Just do portion control. Also, and then you don't have to, like, obviously when I started, I could not jog. I could not, and if I did jog, it was walking, jogging for like 30 seconds, and then walking again. I'm saying walking, and then jogging again, and walking and jogging again, until you can do jogging, just a little bit, you know? Just take breaks. But definitely do the portion control, and I also encourage girls, you can be any age if you want to do this, especially if you're self-conscious about your weight. Do Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers is the best thing. My mom did that, and she's like a lot skinnier now, and I'm proud of her. So yeah, I encourage you to do that. And this is Emily. Bye. Don't do what I did.